Every tech company on the planet banned him, not just his presence, but also his ability to conduct business on the internet. He was taken off Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all of it. Then they started telling you that not only was he not allowed to talk, but that you weren't allowed to like him because he was an incredibly bad person. And our view on that always is we'll decide for ourselves, since we're adults and Americans, and we'll listen to anyone we want, and we'll come to any conclusion we care to come to about what that person is about. So we sat down at some length and talked to Andrew Tate, and we wanted to show you some of it so you could make up your own mind, which you're still allowed to do as far as we're concerned. Here's part of the interview.
And this is the first time someone's experienced this level of ban. I'm not particularly right-wing. I don't vote. I mean, I obviously have my own personal views, but they didn't ban me for that. They banned me simply because I had large swaths of the population agreeing to very traditional masculine values. Teenage men and young men, 22, 23, 24, were looking up to me and aspiring to be like me. I have a very traditionally masculine life. I have fast cars and a big house and a lot of money and a beautiful girlfriend. And they thought this was very, very threatening. And for some reason, they decided that it's better if they annihilate me from the internet and replace me with somebody who's more aligned with whatever they're trying to purport. But I want to tell you something that's actually kind of scary about this banning. It all came so hard and so fast that I don't know if they all just follow each other. I don't know if they're all influenced by each other. I don't know if there's someone above them all. I don't know. But when they go to cancel you, ladies and gentlemen, it comes hard and fast. You lose your Facebook, then your Instagram, then your Gmail, then your Discord, then your website hosting, then your domain name, then your payment processor, then your bank. Then it's just like in real time, you're watching your phone and apps just exploding. Boom, boom, boom. It's crazy.
Joining me now is someone who's had Andrew Tate on a very popular show, Leah Halper. And Leah, thanks for joining us. You know Tate, you've spoken to him. I watch your clips from your show. You have some disagreements with him on issues, but you believe in his right to speak. Is this a watershed moment here, his ban, as people rally around him?
Absolutely. We are now seeing a major war on freedom of speech, and really actually demonstrates that there's a greater agenda going on here. Yes, some of what Andrew says is controversial, but that's not a reason to cancel someone or deplatform somebody. Also, a lot of what he said has actually been taken out of context. Many of the clips re-edited in order to portray a completely different narrative. But ultimately, what we're seeing here is a massive war on masculinity, because Andrew is empowering men to take personal responsibility. He actually teaches them how to leave the system, how to leave the matrix, how to become an entrepreneur, how to leave the 9 to 5, how to basically save yourself because nobody is coming to save you, how to become immune from all of this corruption that we saw and the tyranny that we saw over the last 2 years. One of his most viewed videos on YouTube is actually how to fight depression without any pharmaceutical pills, which will basically leave you like a dead zombie. All of this stuff empowers men. So, of course, he's being deplatformed and cancelled because ultimately the system, the powers that be, they want men in particular to be weak, fat, and compliant. Because who is it that fights the tyranny? It's the men. It's the men that fight, and it's the men that go to war. So, of course, they've cancelled Andrew.
Tell us what your message is to young men.
Yeah, so I think that being a man is very, very difficult. I think that men's issues are largely overlooked. The people in charge of the world pretend to care, but when somebody who's championing men's issues like myself comes forward and finally manages to garner huge percentiles of the public support, I'm silenced. So they're not really interested in men's issues. And there's a lot of young men growing up today that feel very disaffected. They feel invisible. The agendas that are being forced down their throats are not agendas they align with or they feel affinity to or agendas they want. And I basically just say to men, look, it's a very hard life. You're going to need to get up, work hard, go to the gym. Strong body is a strong mind. You're going to have to reject listening blindly to everything you're told, reject the slave mind, think for yourself, get a strong network of brothers, work aside them. Don't tolerate low-quality people in your life, which means don't tolerate men who just smoke drugs and play video games, or men who are disloyal or dishonest. By extension, don't tolerate women or girlfriends who are disloyal or dishonest, and try and build and create a reality full of high-quality people in which you can resist the programming that the Matrix tries to influence you with, and grow up truly happy. And what happens is when I say these things, they ignore 95% of what I say. They ignore me saying that you need to avoid low-quality men, and they take the bit where I say avoid women who are dishonest, and then they put it on a reel, a very short 3 or 4 second clip, and then they say I'm a misogynistic person and I'm dangerous to women and I need to be banned.